Um, and then let's see. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, so I'll be available those times. But if you're working, at any time, you can feel free to shoot me an email. I'm on the email pretty regularly. Um, and then a lot of students are doing work outside of school hours, or outside of class hours, and that's totally fine. But I am available. Don't feel like any hesitation to call me or text me or email me. So that's kind of what I'm here for, is to help you guys out. This email right here is my preferred email, my Stephen.morgan@ccd right there. My phone number is here as well. That's my cell phone, so you can text me. Um, let's see what else. Okay, let's move on to the required course materials. So Solid Professor, that's going to be a necessary one. I think it's $80 or $85 for the year. And we're going to go to that website in just a second. I've used Solid Professor with students now for, I think, 6 years or so. It's a really great platform. A lot of other colleges and engineering schools are using it. So School of Mines, CU Engineering uses it. There's a huge list of colleges that now use it. It's really effective, and I found it to be a really good tool to work with students, especially now that we're virtual. I used it in the classroom with high school kids. Even when we weren't virtual, we used it all the time. If you're looking to get a certification, so your CSWA in SolidWorks, so your Certified SolidWorks Associates certification, there's a really great pathway in Solid Professor that we'll follow that takes us along the certification skills and competencies that you'll need for that test. AutoCAD also has a user certification program as well. So we'll be, learning a lot of the same skills you'll need for that one as well through Solid Professor. We'll use Solid Professor less in AutoCAD. The AutoCAD pathway is good, but not quite as good as the SolidWorks pathway. So I have a bunch of skills or exercises that we're going to do that aren't through Solid Professor. The next requirement is that either AutoCAD 2020 or SolidWorks is loaded onto your computer, and I gave you guys links to those, where to download them. AutoCAD has just added a bit of verification to their website. You used to be able to just log in, set up a user account, and download it. It was really easy. Now they're asking for a bit of credential, so I had to send a picture of my ID. I know other students last semester sent just a picture of their transcript or some sort of verification, and they got back to me really quickly. So hopefully everyone's getting there on that. I'm going to switch over to a different screen. So let's see. Yeah, let's go back to the screen. Okay. Let's see, here's Solid Professor. Okay. So Solid Professor, this is what it looks like when you're logged in. When you click the library, you're going to see all of these different softwares that are available. This is the really cool thing. So if you're taking AutoCAD this semester and SolidWorks next semester, or Inventor, you still have access to all of the courses within Solid Professor. If you're taking, so all of our courses are actually in here already. So Fusion 360, Inventor, AutoCAD, SolidWorks. It's really, really helpful. I'm just going to click on the SolidWorks pathway. So when you hover over SolidWorks, you can go down to all these different courses, basically course progressions. SolidWorks Beginner to Certification is where we're going to spend a lot of time. When you click it, it basically starts you. We start at the very beginning. What is SolidWorks? Very basic stuff, all the way down to kind of pretty advanced skills that you're going to need to take your CSWA. And to give you an idea of what that looks like, typically in a first semester, you wouldn't consider taking your CSWA. Typically, you would take CAD 255 and CAD 259, which is Advanced SolidWorks, in order to get enough hours, basically, using the software to take the test. They recommend it's a certain number of hours. I think it's like 250 hours of time with SolidWorks before people are comfortable taking the test. But that's where everyone's heading. It's a really great resume builder. It's a great thing to know and have in your back pocket for sure. And all the skills that you would learn along the way, they're all the ones that businesses and engineering school, if you're transferring to engineering school, that are gonna be helpful to you there. Okay, so if we go back to the library, we can go over here to AutoCAD, and there's AutoCAD Beginner to Certification. So within AutoCAD, within Solid Professor, what I'll do is I'm gonna start a class, and then you'll see your class come up. I haven't done that yet, and it'll just say CAD 255 or CAD 101 Spring 2021, and you'll just click the class, and you'll be inside the class. Inside that class is where you'll find assignments. So if you, that one's blank. Let's see if I can find one that has an assignment. So you can see, yeah. So once you click inside there, you'll see like assignment 1, and I'll populate it with some things from Solid Professor that you'll start working on. So these are just really short videos. You'll watch a couple, this one's 3 minutes, this one's 4 minutes. You watch a couple videos and do an assignment. So it depends on where we are. Sometimes this will be all I assign, and I won't do a whole lot of video tutorials. But there will be other times when I'll be doing, I'll do a mini lesson or a video tutorial, and you'll work off of one of my YouTube videos, and we'll kind of bounce back and forth between Solid Professor and the videos that I make in the other assignments. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to pause for a second. Does anyone have any questions about Solid Professor so far? Or is it fairly straightforward? Okay, I'm not seeing any questions yet. So if they do come up, if you do have questions, just put them in the chat, or yeah, you can unmute and ask. Otherwise, I'll just keep going. The
Sorry,
other, yeah,
I have a question. So
great.
this is not just purely AutoCAD, like CAD 101, right? So we're
No.
going to be using different.
So if you're registered for CAD 101, it's just AutoCAD.
Well,
yeah.
I'm in for CAD 225, so I'm just wanting to clarify if it's like just CAD or is it like Fusion 360 and all the other stuff.
Okay, good question. So are you in CAD 255? So you're in SolidWorks, right?
220. I think 225, but let me check the number again because I might have misread it. Yeah, 255. Sorry.
Okay, 255. So that's Intro to SolidWorks, and so we'll just be working in SolidWorks. Yeah,
Gotcha.
So it'll just be SolidWorks is all we'll cover. We do have a Fusion 360 class, and if you're interested and you want to start doing some stuff in Solid Professor with Fusion 360, I'm more than willing to you know help you out and create some assignments for you and stuff like that. If you want to kind of expand what you're doing and really want to learn Fusion 360, we can totally work that in too.
Alrighty.
But I'll just be grading you on SolidWorks. But yeah, there's no reason for us not to be doing stuff that you guys want to do. So that part of the reason I ask for some background on you guys is to figure out what your goals are, so I can kind of tailor the class to you a little bit more. And I just got a warning that we have 10 minutes left on the Zoom. So I'm going to go quickly to D2L, and then and I'll get that covered so that we don't get shut down. Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. So I'm going to go in as a see if I can go in as a student and show you what you guys will see. Okay. So let's go into CAD 101 right here. So typically, well, I'll show you where in content, if you go to the content tab, you'll see the syllabus is there if you need the syllabus again. Also, one of the other resources that is super helpful is this drawing set. We're going to use this a lot in CAD 101. So if you click the drawing set, there's a downloadable PDF document. I'll be referring to that quite a lot. And this is kind of what this looks like. There's example 1, and you can scroll down. And so you can download this and print it out. I would probably print it out. It's nice to have next to the computer, unless you have a dual monitor setup. That's great too. But when I refer to example 5, that's what I'm referring to. Assignments are going to look like this. So you have an assignment already. So it's a pretty simple questionnaire on an update, like how your technology setup is going, and some background information, just so I can understand where you're headed on your career. Within assignments, I will put oh, that's the assignment itself. Let's see. Okay. Within that assignment, I'll have links. If I have a YouTube video that's going to be linked, I'll put it within the assignment so that you can watch the video for that exact assignment. And that's about it. It's a pretty basic setup for D2L. Oh, and then you're going to submit through here as well. So when you're done, and I'm sure you've used this if you're a CCD student, you've used D2L before, so you'll submit any assignments in D2L. So you can submit part files for SolidWorks, you can submit part files for AutoCAD, as well as other file types, Word documents, and stuff like that. So that's where you'll put those in at. All right, so that's D2L. Pretty basic. And so today we're just going to keep it pretty short. I just wanted to make sure that you guys, most importantly, have gotten all the information you need to install. So for the remainder of class period, we've got on this call, there's I'm only going to take about a couple more minutes of your time. And then if you wanted to go into D2L and just fill out that basic questionnaire about your background and tech setup, that would be awesome. And then if you have really specific tech questions, like I had a student last semester who had difficulty getting verified with AutoCAD for some reason, or with Autodesk. They're having a lot of trouble. And I know that SolidWorks can sometimes be a bit of a chore to work through and get everything downloaded. If you are having problems, go ahead and call me or text me on that phone number, on my cell phone number on the syllabus, and we can talk about your specific situation and get that resolved before tomorrow. But otherwise, tomorrow, just go ahead and look for an email from me. As far as what the content of the class is going to be tomorrow, I'll put something in D2L or possibly into Solid Professor as well, and I'll give you directions where to go, and that'll be up by class time tomorrow. Yeah, so there's a question from Jackie. Yes, you do have to download AutoCAD, and in the email that I sent to you, there's a link to that, and I can go ahead and show you that real quick again. Real quick. Let's see. So if you type in, the Google search would be student download, AutoCAD student download, and it brings you to this page. In one of the early emails, I sent you a link to this. And so what you want to do is click Get Started, and you'll have to sign in and create an account, and then they'll ask you to verify some information, and then you can download, the software for the class. So it's going to be AutoCAD or SolidWorks. So yeah, if you're having trouble with that, go ahead and email me. Otherwise, I think we'll just call it a day. And you can text me or call me all day as you work through any technology issues that you're having. And then yeah, go ahead and look for an email from me tomorrow, and we'll get started when everyone is fully installed. Yeah, did you have a question?
Thank you.
Okay. So Jackie, did you get to the web page and all that stuff?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm gonna do it up. Yeah, and let you know if it works or not.
Yeah. Reach out. Yeah, cell phone is probably the best for me today. You can text or call, and we can talk through any issues that you have. So yeah, we'll get going tomorrow with some actual work. But other than that, I think we'll call it a day, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow. All right.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right. Thanks. You too. We'll talk to you soon. All right. Bye.